doesn't matter how finely, really, as long as all the cells are exposed for the nutrients to come out. You need to do this, eat it for 3 months. Even if you see results before the 3 months, don't stop. The course is 3 months. I've seen results in 45 days, but you just carry on doing it for your body to get the maximum benefit it is supposed to. Turnip leaves are very tricky to get in Britain, so when you get your hands on them, stock up. Just cook batches and keep them in the fridge or freezer, and thaw as you need. Don't store turnip leaves from raw into the freezer, because you will destroy the enzyme that you're looking for. And one other thing, when you buy the turnip leaves, wash them whole. Don't chop them and then rinse them, because the enzymes and nutrients are going to go in the rinsing water. So when they're whole, first rinse them and give them a good wash, and then you chop them. They've already been cleaned, so your nutrients are intact. And then I'm going to transport them to, or take them to the there. Stir in. This is the absolutely easiest recipe, more or less. You just let it cook, and please make sure once the fat has dissolved and the onions wilted, put it on low fire or low heat. Low heat cooks perfectly, even if it takes ages to cook. High heat is terrible for medicinal recipes and medicinal food, or actually any food actually. Okay, there. Keep going until it wilts. As I said, my cooker is horrible. I'm gonna be standing here all night. Keep going, keep going. I don't have the software to edit any videos, so I promise you the next one, if any is required, is gonna be a better one. There you go. Anyways, this video is coming up to 20 minutes and I don't want to make it like too long. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna add water. But this should wilt even more. It's really still very green. Let me give it a couple of more minutes anyway. After 3 months, stop eating it and do something else for a couple of weeks if you haven't seen any results and you feel like, but you will see results anyway. But if you feel like you need it for longer, stop it for 2 weeks. Don't go back to eating garbage. Stop it for 2 weeks and eat something good and wholesome and alive. Don't eat dead food off the supermarket shelf. Just eat more fruits. And while you're doing this, you can't be eating a terrible food, because it will be like taking a problem out to add it back in. You can't eat food that causes an anxiety then expect the foods that will cure anxiety to work, because it's like you're topping up your anxiety while you're trying to cure it. So eat wholesome foods. Don't eat foods that contain preservatives and additives. Don't eat food that's dead. Buy your food raw and fresh and cook it at home. And this is how you should be eating. We don't know what people put in packets and cans, and even if it's labeled natural, snake poison is natural. It doesn't mean you can eat it. I'm adding the water now. I actually added soup, but I'm not making this for medicinal purposes. When it comes to the soup, I'm gonna eat it just because I like it. But you don't add soup, just add water. And that's it. Let it cook on low heat until it's completely cooked. And you eat that. Add sea salt. Don't add regular salt. Regular salt is not salt. It's a chemical compound that's terrible for your brain vessels and everything else. Just add sea salt. Pink Himalayan salt is fine, but pink Himalayan salt is second-class citizen to sea salt. If you can get sea salt without anti-caking agents, that would be great. And if you don't like it like that, it might come across as a little bit bland. Please don't add any ginger, don't add anything, just don't. As I said, it is medicinal and needs to be by the book. You can add, even though in ancient Egypt there was no tomatoes, you can add cumin, which is what I'm gonna do in a bit. You can add cumin, a pinch or a little bit more to taste, doesn't matter. Cumin is very good for you. And I'm gonna add tomato puree and then let it cook, and voila. That portion here, I've used, as I said, I've used the 3 turnip heads. So 3 turnip heads with the leaves on them. 3 turnip heads should last you 3 days. So portion this one for 3 days and off you go. And I'm going to cook this recipe with the large leaves in a bit, and just to show you very quickly how it works with the leaves. Okie dokie, good luck.